What's up, y'all? I'm doing an Inzektor deck profile. I am very happy that we finally got the last card we needed for it. Zektrike OO. This is the secret sauce that they needed. It's always treated as an Inzektor card. You can send one other Inzektor card from your hand or face-up field to the graveyard to activate one of these effects. Choose an Inzektor monster from your deck and either special summon it or equip it to one Inzektor monster you control. Equip one Inzektor equip spell from your deck to one Inzektor monster you control. You can only activate one Zektrike per turn. The reason that this is so insane is you can send an Inzektor card from your field, which means it can be one of the ones that is attached to one of the big Inzektors. So if a equip card is sent to your graveyard, not destroyed but sent, you get the centipede effect or you get the dragonfly effect. So let's say you have something attached to centipede, but it's not the thing you want attached, or you just want to get another centipede effect, or you want to get another special summon effect. Let's say I normal summon dragonfly. I'm going first. I don't have anything to destroy, so I equip Hornet to it, activate the Zektrike, and I send the Hornet that's attached to my Dragonfly. Now I'm going to get my Dragonfly special summon effect, and I'm going to get to either special summon or equip an Inzektor from my deck. I'm getting one special summon guaranteed, and then I'm either getting a second special summon, or I can get, instead of the Hornet, I can get the Ladybug. And that is just everything that this deck needed, was the ability to like kind of swap things out with that. The second effect, to equip an Inzektor spell, you probably won't use as much, but if you do need access to your graveyard, something in your graveyard, this is definitely a good card for that. And we're going to go over everything and what you can do in the deck. So first off, we got two Maxi. This is an insect. If you dead draw this and you're desperate, but you have Insect Imitation in hand, you can normal summon the Maxi Insect Imitation and get Dragonfly or Centipede from deck. Next we have Ladybug, same deal, it's also a level 2. So Ladybug's good effect is you can equip it to an Inzektor monster from your hand. So once per turn you can equip an Inzektor monster from your hand or graveyard to that. You don't care too much about that. But while this card is equipped to a monster, that card's level is increased by 2. You can send it to the graveyard, and if you do that, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls. One face-up monster you control. That'd be nutty if you can mess with your opponent's levels. Increase that target's level by 1 or 2. So this will enable you to go into things like Exciton Knight, if you really need them. By default, most of the time you go into Cicada King, use your 3. But really, the only reason you're sending it is to get the Dragonfly or the Centipede effects. Next we have Hornet, pretty much the same thing as Ladybug, except the monster's level is increased by 3, it gains attack and defense equal to Hornet, and while this is equipped to a monster, you can send it to the graveyard, target one card in the field, and destroy it. And that effect is amazing. The reason why that effect is amazing is because you can easily loop this many times. So next we have Centipede. Centipede, you can equip an Inzektor monster from your hand or graveyard to it. When an equipped card is sent to the grave while equipped to it, you can add an Inzektor card from your deck to your hand. You'll never use the while this is equipped to a monster effect, but the reason why this is good is you can add things to your hand easily. The better one is Dragonfly. Dragonfly lets you special summon when the equipped card is sent. So most of the time I'll equip Hornet to Dragonfly, destroy something on my opponent's side of the field, then get the Centipede, and then use Centipede to use Hornet, destroy something else. And the great part about that is if you need to summon again or destroy more things again, you can add a Dragonfly to hand instead of another Inzektor name. You can then link into the Bee Trooper Armor Horn, activate the effect to normal summon an insect monster, get your next Dragonfly, equip Hornet to it again, and blow up something else on the field. You can basically rip apart a field with a single Hornet. We're running 2 copies of Hornet because 3 is just too much, I feel. If you are not seeing it enough for your liking with your consistency, run 3 Hornet, 2 Ladybug. Personally, I like 3 Ladybug, 2 Hornet. You can also run 2 Ladybug, 1 Hopper, 2 Hornet. Hopper is the one that's, when it's sent to the grave, allows you to attack directly, but only with that 1 insect monster. Next we have 2 Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, 3 Bee Trooper Scout Buggy. Can't special summon monsters except insect monsters. If it's normal or special summoned, you can special summon 1 Bee Trooper Scout Buggy from your hand, deck, or graveyard. You can only use this effect, Bee Trooper Scout Buggy, once per turn. I have seen some people running 2 and running triple Hornet instead, but I like the consistency of being able to draw this. Next we have 2 Scale Bomber. It's an extender with a decent effect. If an insect monster is normal or special summoned to your side of the field, except during damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. When a monster your opponent controls activates its effect, quick effect, you contribute an insect monster, destroy it. You can only use each effect of Bee Trooper Scale Bomber once per turn. So pretty decent. And then next we have Assault Roller. This is basically just for the Bee Trooper name and for an extender. If you like Scale Bomber more, run 3 Scale Bombers instead. You can special summon this card by banishing an insect monster from your graveyard. You can only special summon a Bee Trooper Assault Roller once per turn this way. Gains 200 attack for each insect monster you control except this card. Once destroyed, you can add a Bee Trooper monster from your... When destroyed by battle, rather, you can add a Bee Trooper monster from your deck to your hand. Except Assault Roller, you can only use the effect Assault Roller once per turn. Most of the time you'll see this instead of 2 in the roller, but if you like the roller as an extender versus the Scale Bomber as an extender, do 2-1. I think I'm going to go ahead and just do 3 because the negate effect has been really useful in playtesting, particularly against Sprite. Next we got 1 Gigamantis. Target a face-up Inzektor monster you control. Equip this from your hand to the target. So the reason that this is good is because it can equip itself with its own effect. That monster's original attack becomes 2400. If this card is sent to the graveyard while equipped to a monster, you can target an Inzektor monster in your graveyard except Gigamantis. Special summon that target. You can only use this effect to Gigamantis once per turn. The reason this is so good is because you can equip it from your hand to, let's say, a Dragonfly, then use Dragonfly effect to equip Hornet. Use Hornet to destroy Gigamantis. You now get 2 special summons from Dragonfly because yes, they stack, and then you also get the special summon from Grave for Gigamantis, so you're getting 3 cards for 2, which is really great considering the other 2 cards you beam out of the deck would be things like Centipede that will get you even more cards and even more destruction effects using Hornet. Next we have Sting Lancer. Sting Lancer's okay. During your main phase, target an insect monster in your graveyard, monster your opponent's graveyard, special summon this card, and if you do, place the targeted monsters on the bottom of the decks. If it's normal or special summoned, you can add a Bee Trooper spell or trap from your deck to your hand. You only use each effect of Sting Lancer once per turn. Next we have the 1 Nibiru, the 2 Insect Imitation. This card's great because tribute a monster, special summon an insect from your deck who's 1 level higher than the tribute a monster on the field. This is 2, this is 2, this is 2. So Ladybug easily makes Centipede. Hornet you can't really do too much with, but that's okay. Being able to tribute the Ladybug and get out of a dead draw situation is amazing. Next we have 1 Pot of Prosperity. This is their only consistency draw card. It's good enough. It pretty much gets the job done. If you're running less of a Bee Trooper package, you can run Allure of Darkness to just kind of mill off the Inzektors. Draw off the Inzektors. Next we have 1 Bee Trooper Descent. Special summon 1 Bee Trooper token, level 3. Attack 1000, defense 1000, control an insect monster, 3000 attack or more. Destroy a spell or trap in the field. Can only activate one B-Trooper Descent once per turn. Then we have the 3 Zektrikes, the 2 Swords, the 1 B-Trooper Formation. Lets you target a B-Trooper monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Do not attack this turn, and you lose the life points equal to its original attack. A face-up insect monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect. You can special summon 1 B-Trooper token. You can only use each effective B-Trooper formation once per turn. The tokens are level 3. Next we have 2 Called by the Grave, 1 Evenly Matched, 2 Infinite Impermanence, 1 B-Trooper Fly and Sting. When your opponent activates a monster effect while you control a B-Trooper monster, negate the activation if you do destroy it. During your end phase, if this card's in your graveyard, you control an insect monster with 3000 attack or more. You can banish 1 insect monster from your graveyard to set this card. You can only use 1 Fly and Sting effect per turn only once this turn. So that 3000 attack effect is not exclusive to just the big B-Trooper in the extra deck. If I have my boy Dragonfly out equipped with Gigamantis and Excalibur and his butt is over 3000, you better believe I'm going to resolve this effect. And finally we get to the extra deck. You have the 1 Cicada King, the 1 Extinction Knight, the 1 Divine Zeus, 2 Inzektor Picofina. This is a great extender. If it's Link Summoned, you can discard a card, target 1 other insect monster you control. Most of the time it'll be Dragonfly, and you get to equip an Inzektor monster from your deck as an equipped spell. It gains this effect. The equipped monster gains 500 attack and defense. It also has the effect to target 3 insect monsters in your graveyard, shuffle them into your deck, draw 1 card. You can only use each effect of Inzektor Picofina once per turn. That second effect is amazing because you can shuffle back your centipedes and do shenanigans to get them right all back out again, which is just way too fun. 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Shinobi Insect, 3 B-Trooper Armored Horn. This is amazing for the extender effect we went over earlier, but the other great effect it has is you can banish 3 other insect monsters from your graveyard, special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Why is this good? Because now you have a free rank 2 out on the board, and you can use that free rank 2 to then go into Giant Atlas, which we'll cover in just a moment. Next we have the 1 Nightmare Unicorn, the 1 Sephiroth Papillon, 2 monsters with different names. Link 3 gains 2 attack for each counter on it. Only use 1 of the following effects of Papillon once per turn. If it is Link Summon, place 1 counter for each insect monster used as Link material. And its quick effect is you can remove a counter from this card. Special summon 1 level 4 lower insect monster from your graveyard in defense position. So this card is amazing, because being able to bring back Dragonfly and use Dragonfly's effect again with this as an extender, great card. 1 Bow of the Goddess. This is surprisingly easy to make in this deck because it is 2+ monsters with different names except tokens. It's a Link 4, and if you don't know what this does by now, its original attack becomes 800 times the number of Link materials used for it as Link Summon, once per chain when your opponent activates a monster effect. Quick effect, you can make this card lose 800 attack, and if you do, negate the activation. 1 Giant B-Trooper Invincible Atlas. When it's Link Summoned, while this Link Summon card is 3000 attack or less, which is an original attack, your opponent can't target it with any card effects. It cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. You cannot special summon monsters except insect monsters. You contribute 1 insect monster, then activate this effect. Special summon 1 B-Trooper monster from your deck, just straight up from your deck, which is awesome because you can just grab this dude or this dude, but a lot of the time I'm going to be going for Scale Bomber for the negates. Sometimes we'll go for Sting Lancer because Sting Lancer, good card. Or you can make it gain 2000 attack until the end of the turn, giving up its invulnerability from destruction and from being targeted in exchange for 2000 more attack points, which sometimes is relevant. You can only use this effect of Giant B-Trooper Invincible Atlas once per turn. And then finally, we have Underworld, Goddess of the Closed World, rounding out our deck list and our extra deck. Some people that enjoy running it with more draw power will can the Insect Imitations or the Allure of Darknesses. I personally don't like doing this because it means I'm going to be having to banish one of these guys, which with our new Zektrike card just kind of seems like a loss for me. Especially because I could special summon out a Ladybug if I really wanted to, and then activate Insect Imitation. Ladybug goes to the grave, and now I have a Ladybug in the grave for the Dragonfly effect and a Dragonfly on board. So that's just some more reasoning for why I prefer that. But yeah, that's it. As always, this has been sponsored by W Energy. You can use code SirLargeGaming to get 10% off with the link down below. Still into that peach mango flavor. When I get the blue raspberry in, I'll let you know how I like it. And yeah, that's it for this deck profile. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.